There are great parts, and then there are parts like the one you got in Glory. Boy.
Thank you.
And I've talked to some actors who talk about the difficulty in some cases of playing an unlikable character and going for it, really not holding back. And Glory is a great example of that. You're playing a guy who, well...
Who didn't like him?
He's a...
Yeah.
Ultimately, he's a very heroic character.
Right.
But not right away. He's got a mouth, he's got an attitude. And
typecasting.
Does that give you any pause? Stupid question, because I've just seen you in Fences, where again, you play a character who, at least talking superficially, is not a likable guy.
One of those acting teachers told me that you have to love the character you're playing. I never ever thought of either one of those characters as not likable. Especially in the case of a soldier's play, Glory. When constructing Fences, I changed the location of a couple of scenes that really, I was worried, not worried, but it tilted, it made you like him less. One of them was, well, first actually, have you seen Fences? Oh, okay, okay. I had to just make sure. I'm like talking about assuming everybody saw it. One of the things I did was I had put the other woman in a scene in the bar, and women didn't like that. So I took it out. But the reason I took it out was because some people said, oh, I didn't know that was Alberta. I thought that was another woman. So I said, oh, no, Troy's not a liar. It's not a story about a liar. So I took it out. But one of the things that I was I was concerned about in the balance of the story was in the play, when in the movie, Rose comes to his job and confronts him. In the play, it happens in the house. So that I knew I was tilting the scales, making Troy less likable, because I shot her thinking about it, and then we cut to her there. And he still has to say what he says, which is that he's going to see the other woman. And I agonized over that, and I called on August Wilson at 4 in the morning. August, am I doing the right thing? What should I do? But I went with that, and because he's brutally honest. So I said, I'm just going to go with that. The other aspect of that, as it relates to not seeing Alberta, which is the genius of August Wilson, is that you don't see Alberta until you see a little girl. You don't have any clue of what her mother looks like until you see her. And like I just heard a couple of women, that was the reaction. But that was, that's August.
Yeah. Well, how do you see your character in Glory?
I don't look at it that way. I work from the inside out, and I leave it alone. I don't look at it from the outside and, oh, he's because I want him to be this for that. And, people ask me with Fences, what do you want people to get from it? I said it depends upon what they bring to it. So I don't try to suggest to you what I think you should feel. I try to find out what I'm doing, and okay, thank you. I'll take that.